Guys, you already know. You already know. For me, it's all about the energy. It's all about energy. It's all about the excitement. It's all about how much you want it and how ready you are to take advantage. One thing about this environment is that the preparation is always going to meet the opportunity. That is one big deal about this environment. You can't. I don't want to use limiting words, but then the reality is that you need to prepare. You need to be ready to take advantage because the money is there. The money in forex is there. Like, oh my goodness, if you guys know how the exchanges hands on a day-to-day basis, wow, it's mind blowing. It's absolutely mind blowing. You know, but how are you gonna take from that? How do you get a share from that? How do you avoid a scenario whereby you're basically throwing your money to other people to collect? How do you put yourself in the position to receive what the market is throwing your way? You know, it's preparation. It is preparation. Absolutely, it is preparation. If you don't prepare, you you find yourself winning massively today and losing even more massively tomorrow. And that's the story of many in this environment. You know, you can win a lot very fast, very easily, but also you can also lose a lot very fast and very easily. So if you don't have structures in place, if you don't have a solid foundation in place, it is not going to be easy to attain your desires from this environment. That's just the simple reality of it. You need to be prepared. Okay, now let me show you an example of what I mean by preparation. I've been using this strategy for a while now, and it's been doing okay. It's been doing all right, very good. It's been doing all right, but the past few days has been lesson after lesson, losses after losses, and all. So it's, of course, no matter how strong you are mentally, it's not always a good thing to keep swallowing losses. I told you guys yesterday about how I decided to stop. I decided, okay, let me say I completed the back test of the strategy. Okay, I finished it and then I decided to stop using it exclusively. Okay, and what that means is that I welcome, because initially I was using just this strategy and nothing else, but then I welcome now I've freed myself to use more other strategies as well, whilst while trying to maximize the opportunities the market has to offer. So I got an opportunity earlier. The price was at this in this area at the time. Yeah, that was in the morning. Yeah, the price was in this area, and I got an opportunity. I drew my channel, matched these 2 points, and then I got an opportunity that okay, the price could come down, and take another move. Now I set a trade, of course, as I always do. I set my trade in preparation for that. And I set my trade just about around there. I think yeah, it was around there. Yeah, my trade was like this. So of course, I did all my parameters was were all set as my rule says, as my backtest said. So the price came to the area, okay. But then the first time it came, it did not make contact with my entry. But of course, I don't. But I've passed the level of being anxious over, jumping on things, jumping out of things. So I wasn't worried. Just what I wanted to see was just to observe what is going to happen. If it eventually goes my way and wins without me being in the trade, then that will be a lesson for me. That will be another lesson for me, and I would actually, because I've had trades that move, without taking me along and just missing them by a few pips, and because of that, I've been more generous with my entries. You can imagine. I actually gave it a few distance here, but still it did not catch up. So, but then I also felt okay. It didn't even get close. It didn't even get that close to the ideal entry point anyway. So I'm actually like I did the right thing. I did the right thing. But anyway, that's by the way. And then the trade came back and did the actual move that it should do. Made contact with the entry point and went into profit straight away. Straight away. Like it was like a boom. It went into profit like boom. And it's just beautiful. It's just a beautiful thing to see. After and the impressive thing about it is that the win this single win actually more or less, you know, placed me in a good position. It more or less washed away all the struggles, all the losses that I've had so far. And that's another thing about you need to know how to maximize your wins and how to minimize your losses. Absolutely need to know how to maximize your wins and minimize your losses. That's why I no longer have trade anything less than 1 to 2 risk reward ratio. If I can get a 2 risk reward ratio on my trade, I don't want it. I do not want it. You know, I initially I could do 1.5, 1.6, but now no. I need to have at least 2 risk reward ratio to balance out to be in positive, cumulatively. And of course, ideally, also I take multiple trades as well. Now, one lesson that I want to share with you guys is on this trade, due to the week of battering that I've gotten, week of lessons, and also my outlook generally. Okay, I had a different outlook for this market. I believed it will actually sell. I believed it to be a sell market, that the price will still go down. So, but then at the same time, I could not ignore an obvious opportunity according to my strategy. So even though I believe that markets would go down further, would go down, will sell basically, I still had to follow my rules and set this trade. Now, this is the lesson that I want to share with you guys. Because I believed, obviously, falsely, I mean, apparently, falsely, apparently I falsely believed that the market would sell. So because of that, I did not take my complete trade system for this trade. I did not follow my complete trading rules for this trade. What do I mean? Ideally, for per trade, I take about 3 or 4 entries, minimum of 3 entries per trade. In fact, I don't take less than 4 entries per trade. Ideally, because I had the belief that this market will sell, will go down, and also the pattern also more or less, if supported the belief and other parameters that I saw on the bigger time frame. So because of that, I only took 1 entry. So it was as if I just took it for taking its sake, just to follow the rule. I think okay, even though the market will sell, it probably will not go up too much before it sells. I believe it could respond to my strategy. It could respond, but it won't go too far, and then it will start selling again. So that was why I didn't take multiple entries like I was supposed to. I didn't take more entries. I just took my first entry, and that was all that I won. You know, so what that means is that I missed the opportunity of an extra profit with a move like this. I would have, because the next TP would have been one to four risk reward ratio, and I would have made another extra dollars with that move. Okay, okay. The next TP would have been eight. So yeah, so I would have still been I would have still been in an active trade, hoping for more pips. Anyway, the point is that I missed out on something, and this trade could end up going. And the funny thing about these things is that it is the trade you missed or the trade you messed up with. Those are the ones that are usually they are incredible trades. Anyway, for me, I catch all the big trades. That's what I believe. Anyway, so this is just a one off, and I'm glad that I'm able to realize exactly what I did wrong, and I've written it down. It's already written down on my key notes. Now, I wrote down no discrimination. Super trades start humble. No discrimination. Super trade start humble. Now, another thing that I believe I learned that I didn't take note of is beliefs, 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 beliefs in the market. Uh, I'll call them a two-edged sword because we take trades based on belief that the trade will might go in that direction, right? For example, I took this trade based on the belief that based on my strategy, it will go in my direction. That's why I took this trade. So belief is basically part of trading. But beliefs can also be a trap in trading. Now the market is showing you the market is buying, but I believe it is going to sell. Can you imagine that? Can you just imagine that? The market is buying, but I am believing that it is going to sell. This is the trap of belief, of having belief when you're trading. You know, belief has to be. I've still not completely figured out exactly how to manage that. I'm going through trading right now that deals on things like this, and but when I'm done with the training, I'm gonna come out and reveal to you guys the secrets to managing this two-edged sword called belief in trading, because it's very powerful. It's like I said, it's basically trading is based on that. It's based on that, but we need to make the most of it. You don't want it to work against you. You don't want it to work against you. You want it to work in your favor. You always want it to work in your favor. Now, another thing that I appreciate about the trade was that, of course, my rule is that the first entry is gonna be the highest position. So I actually won a lot already from the trade. So the other ones would have just been smaller wins, which would have basically been topping on the cake. Okay, this is the main cake. It was the topping that I did not take. So it's still all right. It is still fine. So that's what I have for you guys today. You know, don't discriminate against any trade. Take all trades seriously. So if I say trade that your strategy tells you to take and you're taking it, then do the right thing. Do the right thing with that trade. Give the trade the benefits of, you know, of his right. Give the trade his right because it's also a trade. It was born as a trade. Why should you discriminate it with other trades? It's not as if the other trades that you thought are the best trades. It's not as if they always go your way. In fact, you possibly actually lose more on those ones that you thought will give you, you know, will be the runners. So then what I was saying, there's really no valid, there's really no proof to inform any kind of discrimination for on any trades. So for me, until pending pending contrary evidence, pending contrary facts. I'm going to eliminate discrimination in my trading and also my beliefs in trading. Like I said, I'm currently taking a course on that, and I'm going to become more aware of that and discover how I'm going to make the most of that part of trading. Okay, guys, I want to believe you've gotten some value from this session. Keep joining the sessions. We are we are on an incredible journey. We are on an incredible journey. This is just 100 plus session episode. Imagine where we'll be on the 1000th episode. It's gonna be incredible. It's gonna be incredible. So, guys, keep it up. Keep it up. We're we're big. We're big. We're doing big things together, and we're gaining distance together. And I want you guys to enjoy every single bit of it. Okay, that'll be all for now. Have a good weekend and get speed up momentum because next week, oh my goodness, it's gonna be incredible. Now, one thing else another thing that I did not mention on that trade, let me just quickly mention it before I round up, was the importance of news. This move was caused by news. Now, a month ago, one of my students asked me, "Coach, how do I trade news? Like tell me about news." I give him the simple facts about news. But the simple, yeah, it's facts. Because when something happens, when something has facts, when something has information and data to back it up, then I mean it's a fact. And I told him that okay, news, of course, there are layers, there are levels to trading news. Okay, now the simple level, or should I say the level I wanted him to experience was a simple level, a level of where a place where news basically confirms technicals, you know, a level where news confirms technicals. Now I told him that basically this is the story of what I told him. Anyway, it's not as perfect as this, but it's literally it's quite close. It's quite close. I told him that the news basically aligns with your technicals. Now look at this. I already did this technical way before now, and it, just when the news happened, basically validated the technical and the price moved in the direction that the technical was pointing at. So, like I said, this example is not exactly how I explained it to him. Don't worry, guys. One of these days, I'm going to share the same information with you guys as well. Yeah, I'm going to talk about news and how to take advantage of news at a basic level. I'm going to share how to take advantage of news at a basic level. Okay, that's all for today. Bye bye.